Hey everybody, welcome. This is Showtime with Cody. Of course, I'm your host, the only one-timer, Showtimer Cody. Man, what a beautiful day it is out here in Heyy, Tennessee, man. Just got finished with a retreat out here called Firestarters Ministry. And I thought it would be a good idea to bring the host of Firestarters Ministry, just so you guys can kind of get to know what the Firestarter Ministry is and get to know the person in charge of the whole entire thing, man, because, guys, he is so awesome. I love his vision on what he wants to do through this retreat, and, man, God is just going to do amazing things. So, without further ado, let's go on ahead and let me introduce you guys to Jerry Dufresne. Jerry, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Appreciate you having me on here, Cody.
Man, thank you for coming on to the show, man.
Sure thing, bro.
So, you and I, we've been knowing each other for, maybe about a year or two, right?
Yeah.
And ever since knowing you, I've known you as, a wildfire person for Christ, man. And it's so amazing. And what I want you to do is just kind of, share a little bit of your testimony with some of the people out there, just so they can kind of get to know who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, so, for me, back in 2004, and you guys can hear my voice, we've been going at it, man, so my voice is taxed from the weekend, so I'm a little scratchy right now. But in 04, we just had a vision, and the vision was to wake men up. A lot of men are asleep in church. And, the man next to you is lost, and he's just, he's a little dazed and confused. And, our goal is to come in there and shake him up, man, and wake him up. And, because that was me. I was that man. I grew up in church. I sat there, and I knew it was significant. I knew it was important. But I just, I never, it wasn't serious. I just kind of played. And it got me into a lot of trouble. Made a bad decisions in my life, and it left me broken. And, when God finally redeemed and saved and restored me after I sought Him for the first time truly in my life with everything I had back in 2004, He immediately gave me the vision of Firestarters. Because I thought in my mind instantly, how many more men are there out there just like me who need that awakening in their lives? And a big part of what awakened me was just Wild at Heart. We talked about it, it's a book. I read another book, If You Want to Walk on Water, You Gotta Get Out the Boat. And all those things are true. And I'm not much of a reader. But back then, God just really put that on my heart, and I became a reader. And those things just really changed me, man. God through His Spirit. And He kind of came and gave me the vision for Firestarters. And quite literally, actually, as I talked about this weekend, God gave me the vision of Firestarters. And it was meant to just create a passion in men to live above all, above it all, and to have a heart and desire for Christ, and a heart and desire to live deeply, to live truly, and to live just genuine in our lives, and to find the strength that we have within us to offer to others. And so that's the heart and the passion of Firestarters, man.
That's awesome. You mentioned the word vision. And that was actually going to be my next question was, what is the whole, what is your vision of this whole retreat, the whole ministry actually? What is one thing that you want people to, see of the ministry? What is your goal for the ministry?
Well, it's definitely founded in the name, to start fires in the hearts of men. I mean, that's the goal of it all. Jesus was the original fire starter, Luke 12:49, I came to set fire upon the earth, and oh how I wish it was already kindled. And so that was, we are keepers of the flames, right? That's what we're up to here. We're trying to pass that on, man. And the vision is to reach as many men as possible. That's why I thank God for you, Cody, for doing this, because this helps us reach a whole other group of men who's never heard this.
Right.
Who could possibly come here and be this. And so wherever you are out there, guys, listening to this, go online. We've got video. We've got, everything you need. WeAreFirestarters.com, and Cody will probably post that somewhere in the comments or whatever it's going to be. And go on there, check it out, man, because we want to go. Hey, let's take it out, bro. Africa, no matter where,
right, no matter where you're from, man. You could be from Canada or something. And
yes.
If you want to come to this, man, come out here, man. It is so amazing, And you know, my favorite parts about it is, you know, just, you know, God coming in and, you know, moving the way he does, you know, it's just an amazing feeling. You know, kind of like, you know, what I was sharing last night back at the fire, man. You know, for God to just remind me that, you know, I'm loved by, you know, everyone here and, you know, people back at home and stuff like that, man. It just sets that fire, you know, that you just want more and more of it. And man, it's just truly amazing, dude. So another question that I wanted to just kind of ask, because I know that you're an author of a book, and I believe it's called Wild at Heart, right?
Wild at Heart is the book written by John Eldridge. It's he wrote it a long time ago. Certainly had inspiration there, but mine is called Heart Driven.
Heart Driven.
And yep, it's simply about you know, the passion of God, and you know, how despite everything He knows, despite our you know, our gimps and our you know, just shortcomings, he did it all anyway. And what you got to understand when you read the scriptures is that despite everything God knows and does and His knowledge and all that, you know, He is heart driven, and
Amen.
it's that's why He fights for us, no matter how much we blow it. And that's what's great about Him, right?
It is. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
So let's just say that there's somebody out there right now and they're watching, and they see that you're a minister because, of course, you own Fire Starters Ministry and, you know, stuff like that. Let's just say that there's somebody out there, and they're planning on, you know, making a ministry of their own, or like they're being called to ministry and things like that. What advice would you give to that individual?
I mean, the greatest advice I can give is to find your mountain. You know, we talked about that a lot this weekend. It's the most crucial part of your whole entire walk, because you know, to be in God's will is protection. To be in God's will is it's passion. To be in God's will is life, because Jesus promised life, and that's the offer. And if you're just doing something and it feels like an obligation, then it's because you're not spending time with Christ. You're not finding your mountain. When we say find your mountain, we refer to Christ when He was in the midst of all the busyness and chaos and people He loved and was called to minister to, but had to say, wait a second, you know, I need to get away. You better go and listen to that still small voice, because a still small voice is like a whisper, like Caleb talked about last night, right? And you can't hear a whisper, right, in a crowd. And so you've got to learn to find that place you can get away, spend time with God, listen to the strength that He wants to give you, because the strength that He gives you is what you're supposed to go back and offer to others. He is your source of strength. And so if you're not seeking that and finding that and refilling that, then you're just offering yourself. And that's just not enough.
Right.
It's just not. And ourselves is just, we're bankrupt, right? We're void. But in Christ, man, whew, right? We offer strength, and He gives us strength. And that's what we got to learn to do as ministers, you know, and keepers of the flame, like we say, right, man? It's inside of us. I keep going back to that.
Fire lit.
You know, you know, that's something we say, but man, it's vital and it's crucial, Cody. So that's the most important part,
Right.
you know, is to seek God. And look, from a practical sense, as a minister, find the things you love to do, man. Maybe you don't know what you want to do as a minister yet. Maybe you're still seeking the thing you want to do as a minister. The desires of your heart that God gave you are clues into what God has you to do for Him. I promise you. Maybe it's mountain biking, right? Maybe it's playing video games. Maybe it's something real simple. But if you look back to the desire of why you do those things, man, I'm telling you, eventually it's going to lead to the ministry that God has for you.
Amen.
Right? And that was big for me. And that helps me with a lot of things I do here. I took the things that I love to do in life, even recreationally. I took them, and the desire and the passion inside of it. When I was younger, I loved Pearl Jam, man. I spent my days headbanging and slam dancing, right? And I was passionate about Pearl Jam because they had a message that was real, right? It might have been kind of, but it was real. And that's what drew it to me. That's why I was passionate and lived passionate. But now here, you know, with Fire Starters, I've taken that same passion, I've redirected it to Christ, man. And I redirected it to you guys. And now I live free, man. And I live with that same passion daily, with just minus the hangover the next day. And that's the best part about it. Go ahead, Cody.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Another thing that I wanted to just kind of get you to talk about, you know, because we did a lot of fun activities on this retreat, man, and just kind of wanted you to, you know, just kind of talk about that a little bit.
Oh yeah, man. It's you know, we you know, we're men, and we like to get dirty, right? We play in the mud. We
Down and dirty.
It's in us, man. And we sometimes we get all like just I'm 20 something. I need to stay clean, and we gotta getting back to that, man. Sometimes is huge, to be able to come back and learn and find that boy inside of ourselves. That's great, man. That never stops, right? We always want that. We always have that desire, and it draws men in. They love things like whitewater rafting, right? Because there's a chance of uncertainty, right? There's all these different things, and there's a little bit of we were cave exploring, right? Going through these cracks and these crevices, and some guys get nervous about that, and I totally get it. I'm a little claustrophobic myself, just to say it. But you got to go into your fear, man. And adventure is about that. There's no adventure in playing it safe. That's the bottom line, Cody. There's no adventure in playing it safe, man. And everything you do, right, in that realm, everything you do there, physically speaking, every time you push yourself, physically speaking, it'll carry over into your life, spiritually speaking, man. And that's why we do those things, Cody. And we just love them, right? It's a great time.
Right.
I mean, we got a banner sitting right out here. You can't see it really in the camera, but there's a banner giant banner right here that we use when we go to conferences and different things like that to promote this. And it's all of us sitting there in a whitewater raft, man, on the Heyy River right here in Tennessee, dude. And so recreational stuff is just huge. If they come for the recreation, great. But I'll tell you something, they're coming for Christ. They might not even know it yet, but they're coming for Jesus, bro. And that's why he's drawing them in no matter what it takes to get them here.
Amen, dude, amen. Yeah, just a little fun fact, man, whitewater rafting, I feel that everyone would really enjoy, because, you got all those rapids, and it feels like a roller coaster when you're going down the river, and stuff like that, and it's scary at first, man, because I remember when I first did the whitewater rafting, man, like, I was, petrified of it. But like you said, it's all about, conquering fear and, standing up against that fear. Because, with me, with the cave part, that I was mostly scared of because, of course, the small places and all the crawls and, things like that. And plus fearing that I was going to see a bat in the cave. But thankfully, I didn't see one. I mean, there might be one in that cave, but I mean, I mean, we did see some last night. So I mean, even if we didn't see the cave, they made themselves known last night. But yeah, man. But dude, I just want to thank you, man, for just doing things like this, man, and continuing your walk with Christ, man. Because dude, God is doing great, amazing things through you and through this ministry, man, and. I believe that this ministry is gonna grow, man. Like it's gonna man, it's hard to explain, but man, it's gonna grow, man. God is gonna do great, amazing things, man, and I can't wait to see it, man. I'm proud to say that I'm a fire starters person, man. And like we said before at the beginning, man, if you guys are interested in coming out here, man, the website, I'm gonna have it in the comments below, man, to where you guys could. Just get on in and sign up, man. We got one coming up in, what, August?
Yep, August 8th. Starts with a Thursday night. Wednesday through Sunday. We'll be doing rafting again.
Oh, yeah.
And we got some other stuff we'll be doing, adventure-wise. So that'll be pretty cool. That, TBA. But it's going to be a good time, man. We'll love to have all you guys come out.
Yeah, guys. Y'all come out here, man. If any of you guys out there, like, it don't matter where you're from. You could be from Texas. You could be from Wisconsin. You could be from Washington or... from Canada or
Zimbabwe.
Africa, anywhere, man. Like, if any of you guys want to come out here, man, please make that happen, man. Make it happen. But, Jared, I want to thank you for coming on to the show. I want to thank you and, of course, Firestarters Ministry for letting me do this, man. It's awesome. You're awesome. And, man, I love you, bro.
I love you, man. I appreciate it. He's the man, dude. I'm glad we serve him together, bro.
Oh, yeah, man. It's awesome, dude. And so with that said, thank you guys for, just coming into episode 2. I do want to apologize for waiting so long on this episode, man. But there's going to be plenty more coming out. Episode 3, I'm looking to shoot that in the next coming weeks. I'm going to be having my pastor, Stephen Daigle, come on board. And, man, it's going to be awesome when he comes on board. So with that said, guys... thank y'all for tuning in, and always remember that it's showtime.